My name is Sue McCarthy, and I am a nurse of 28 years in Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. And as far as mandatory overtime, I first experienced that maybe 10 years ago. For my first 18 years of nursing, it did not exist. So I think it was the nursing shortage, and there are a lot of reasons for the nursing shortage, but I won't get into those right now. But because we had a nursing shortage, there weren't enough nurses to take care of the patients in the hospital. So the hospital solved that problem by near the end of a shift. They would just come up to you, a manager would come up to you and inform you that you are now forced to stay overtime against your will. And I think that that is one of the most disrespectful actions that can be taken against a nurse or any healthcare professional. Our job is extremely demanding. We use our mind, our physical, our bodies. We have to push and pull patients. We give a lot of psychological and emotional energy into everything we do. So it's not just we have a desk job, you know, and you're going to stay extra. You have to continue to work very hard for additional hours. If you are not prepared for that, if you are already tired and you need to stop working, then you're putting the patients in danger. So at Allegheny General Hospital, we do have a nursing union via SEIU, and that practice of mandation has, because of the union contract working with management, has one, greatly decreased mandatory overtime, and in its place has we have all these methods in place to increase voluntary overtime. There's a huge difference whenever I agree or I volunteer to stay an additional 4 hours or an additional 8 hours because I make that decision, I know I can do it, versus when you're just told you have to stay and have no choice. Especially if you have you know, your mother and you have young kids at home, who's going to watch your children. So we've greatly reduced it here at AGH, which is proof that it can be done nationwide. And currently in Pennsylvania, we have a bill, and that's House Bill 834, but it's held up in a committee. And we have been communicating with those senators and telling them what I just told you. They are being heavily lobbied by hospital organizations, American Hospital Association, because those hospitals might be saying, you know, if we can't mandate, then we can't take care of our patients. Well, we're trying to show them that there are alternative ways to do that.
The ultimate goal of nurses in our state is to ban mandatory overtime in the state and the nation as a patient care issue. Mandatory overtime is a patient, it puts the patient at risk every time it occurs.
What about healthcare? In terms of being a nurse in the hospital environment, is there anything that you think a presidential candidate can improve in terms of how you can take care of your patients better?
Yeah, I would like to see a national patient ratio bill. Ratios are very important to nurses to be able to give quality patient care. If you spread too many nurses too thin, patients die.
Married, I have 3 children. 2 are in college, 1 still in high school. And I have an aging mother. And so healthcare in America is a very important issue to me, understandably so, as it should be to all of us. Things I would like to tell the presidential candidates about what goes on in my work environment and how healthcare in America needs to be top priority.